Hey guys, snow day here, I guess. We didn't have any snow for a while. It was pretty nice. But I thought, while I'm sitting inside waiting for my water to boil, I would tell the story of this car. And you'll notice there's a teapot mounted on the hood here, which hasn't been here in previous videos. But this teapot is one of the reasons why I was interested in this car in the first place. So, on Marketplace, this car was listed with the teapot as a hood ornament. And if I can get underneath the snow, of course I left the hood open, you can see where they removed the hood ornament and drilled in 2 holes to put, of course with snow and everything, to put the teapot on here. It sat about here. And, obviously I was curious as to why someone would put a teapot on one of these cars, especially because this is kind of an old man's car. I was a little surprised that it wasn't left original. And the guy, his name is Joshua, who I bought the car off of, I asked him over Messenger, and he goes, "That's a story for another day. I'll let you know when you come down." So, I feel like at that point, I had to come down. So I did. And, I'm looking at the car, and I'm like, I'm going to buy it. And, I give him the money. He signs over the title, etc., etc. And I'm like, all right. So I asked this earlier, but why is there a teapot on this thing? And he looks at me and he kind of laughs and he's like, well, you might not believe this one, but this, obviously, I'm not the original owner. And there is a man, and I believe if I can find it, this is a Maine car. This car stayed in this state. And I'm pretty sure there's a sticker. Yep. Saco. This car was bought in Saco. But, the guy who owned this car was a very eccentric artist. I guess, at one point he made, like, a 6-foot-tall teapot ornament on his property. And he had issues with the town. The town argued that he needed a building permit or something like that. So, he fought with the town, got into a legal battle with them. Years of back and forth, he finally won. So, what he did, despite the town, he used to drive this car every day down to the town office to park it with this teapot on there to remind them of the problems they gave him. And he did that so he can walk his goats, which he actually kept in the back of the car. Trying to clear the snow off so I can show you that. I mean, obviously there's tools in it, but this car is stripped out from the rear seats backwards. So, I have to say, I think this definitely beats any sort of story that anyone can give on a car. This one definitely takes the cake for the weirdest. A lot of the stuff in this car that broke has been cut out. There's no AC, there's no emission systems left. So I don't know if the guy was technically inclined or if that was another owner that inherited it or whatever, and it had issues and he tried to get it to run right by doing it redneck style, and instead of actually fixing it, just chopping shit off. I don't know. But someone had to like this car because they did put different rims on it. These are just older style Steelies with like 1960s Ford F-150 caps. They actually look really good on this car. I think I'm going to leave them. Part of me likes the turbine rims on the later model town cars, but I really like these. They work well. They're cream color just like the body, so I don't know. But yeah, that's the story of the station wagon. It was already an interesting car to begin with. You don't see a lot of these around, but definitely takes a cake for weirdest story of a car I've ever heard.